Announcing the commencement of the first purge.
I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them.
Just remember all the good the purge does.
Good morning, everyone. It is May 16th, 2018. I'm Eric. How y'all doing? I hope you are well. I'm here at the Daily Sheeple. Government bookkeeping. The Pentagon cannot account for $21 trillion. Leave it to the government to break the very rules they themselves have put into place. The Pentagon is supposed to keep an accounting record of monetary transactions, yet they can't account for $21 trillion of spent money. Of course, this is how we have become slaves, but I digress. For the fiscal year of 2015 alone, the Army failed to provide adequate support for $6.5 trillion in journal voucher adjustments, according to Forbes. That's not exactly in line with the rules they lay out for themselves. No money shall be, this is in quotes, no money shall be drawn from the Treasury, but in consequence of appropriations made by law and a regular statement and account of the receipts and expenditures of all public money shall be published from time to time. Article 1, Section 9, Clause 7, the U.S. Constitution. Now, I keep telling you people, all of you, that the Constitution is and has been suspended since at least 1933. This is exactly why and how the government gets away with all the treasonous actions it commits against us. On July 26 of 2016, the Office of the Inspector General issued a report. Army General Fund adjustments not adequately documented or supported. According to the GAO's Controller General, journal vouchers are summary-level accounting adjustments made when balances between systems cannot be reconciled. Often, these journal vouchers are unsupported, meaning they lack supporting documentation to justify the adjustment or are not tied to specific accounting transactions. For an auditor, journal vouchers are a red flag for transactions not being captured, reported, or summarized correctly. When I went to college, I had to take an accounting class. You're supposed to write everything down. They're supposed to be either assets or liabilities. You're supposed to have all kinds of sheets showing your expenditures, your credits, and all that stuff, so that you can balance your account. Mark Skidmore, a professor of the economics at Michigan State University, began looking into the OIG report and the trillions of unaccounted for money spent by the Pentagon. Not long after Skidmore began inquiring about OIG reported unsubstantiated adjustments, the OIG's webpage, which documented, albeit in a highly incomplete manner, these unsupported accounting adjustments, was mysteriously taken down. Fortunately, Mark copied the July 2016 report and all other relevant OIG reports in advance and posted them here. Mark has repeatedly tried to contact Lauren Venable, Assistant Inspector General at the Office of the Inspector General. He has emailed, phoned, and used LinkedIn to ask Venable about the OIG's disclosure of unsubstantiated adjustments, but she has not responded. Of course, she's not going to respond to a slave. Given that the entire Army budget in the fiscal year of 2015 was $120 billion, unsupported adjustments were 54 times the level of spending authorized by Congress, and people are constantly wondering why they are forced to pay such a high tax rate and live paycheck to paycheck while the military-industrial complex continues to grow. Forbes broke down the OIG report. It indicates that just 170 transactions accounted for $2.1 trillion in year-end unsupported adjustments. No information is given about these 170 transactions. In addition, many thousands of transactions with unsubstantiated adjustments were, according to the report, removed by the Army. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of that money is going to ISIS and other jihadi groups. Among other things, the black budget. Skidmore and Catherine Austin Fitts, former Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, conducted a search of government websites and found similar reports dating back to 1998. While the documents are incomplete, original government sources indicate $21 trillion in unsupported adjustments have been reported for the Department of Defense and the Department of Housing and Urban Development for the years 1998 through 2015. Now, if whoever the person is that's occupying Donald Rumsfeld's old spot there, if they get on TV talking about this, I would be very, very concerned about what's going to happen the next day. Now let me tie this into this here. EMP, elaborate hoax or legitimate threat. Now, I'm not going to read this article, but I will leave it in the description box below. I've already read it, and I'm just going to use it to summarize what I think could happen. A lot of people believe that the EMP is not much of a threat, and I do agree with that, except we have people in this country who, well, have committed horrendous crimes against children and the citizenry of this country. Not to mention the $21 trillion that we just discussed. Now, if you are the people trying to hide this, what would you do to hide it? I mean, 9/11 was in part about hiding what Donald Rumsfeld was talking about on September 10th. Look what they did to get rid of evidence. Look what they did. So, I think that the EMP is a real threat, but not from any foreign nation, but rather from our own criminal government. And after all, it is our own criminal government that allowed the Israelis to spy on us for years and years and allowed the World Trade Centers to be attacked by somebody. I have my doubts that it was the people they said on those planes. So the EMP threat from a foreign government really is unlikely, but I think that it becomes more likely from our government or people within it because of all of the crimes they've committed, and these crimes are documented on servers and other things. And the only way for them to get rid of this information is an EMP. You don't think the NSA is holding all of the evidence regarding the Clintons? They are. They have everything they need. As a matter of fact, if they have everything they need on any given criminal in this country, they have the data. And at some point, I do believe they will want to get rid of this data because it exposes their crimes against us. I hope you all have a good day. Kill the state before the state kills you.